Welcome to Hidden West. Thank you for watching. If you like this show, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. What is dark sky country? It's a region or nation with exceptionally clear, dark night skies that are actively protected from light pollution for scientific, cultural, or ecological reasons. These areas are often certified by Dark Sky International. Dark Sky International helps protect our night skies from light pollution. Light pollution is the excessive, misdirected, or inappropriate use of artificial outdoor light, resulting in sky glow, glare, and light trespass. It stems from poor lighting design, such as unshielded streetlights and unnecessary, overly bright, or poorly aimed lights, which disrupts ecosystems, affects human health, wastes energy, and hides the night sky. Light pollution can have negative impacts on wildlife and humans both. On humans, light pollution suppresses melatonin production, a hormone essential for sleep, which can lead to sleep disorders and fatigue. Disruptions to circadian rhythms are linked to increased risks of obesity, depression, diabetes, and breast and prostate cancers. Glare from unshielded lights decreases visibility for drivers and pedestrians, creating dangerous rather than safer environments. For wildlife, migratory birds are attracted to bright, artificial light, leading to exhaustion and fatal collision with buildings. Night pollinating insects are drawn away from plants by artificial lights, harming plant reproduction. Hatchling sea turtles, which use the bright horizon over the ocean to navigate, are disoriented by inland lighting, often leading to death. And not surprisingly, it hurts plants as well. Constant lighting inhibits the natural resting phase of plants, influencing their blooming and growth stages. Then there is the cost and waste. An estimated 1/3 of outdoor lighting is wasted, costing billions annually. Niue, a small Pacific island nation, became the first world's dark sky nation in 2020, with its entire landmass and surrounding waters certified for its pristine, light pollution-free night skies. Other significant dark sky regions include the massive Oregon Outback International Dark Sky Sanctuary, 2.5 million acres, and the Aoraki Mackenzie in New Zealand. Dark Sky has certified more than 200 places since Flagstaff, Arizona, was named the first international dark sky city in 2001, and that's darksky.org. There are now 160,000 square kilometers of protected land and night skies in 22 countries on 6 continents, and the list grows every year as new places achieve certification. Aside from all the scientific reasons why dark skies are important, there are a few things more transcendent than sitting in a camp chair or lying on a sleeping bag on a warm summer night looking up at a sky and seeing it alive. With suns shining like stars at us from light years away, shooting stars, the Milky Way galaxy, satellites, and maybe a planet or two. I'm a city dweller, and for me to be able to see the night sky how it really is, I have to travel a long ways, so I truly appreciate it when I can view it. There are more places in the western U.S. you can see unpolluted skies than anywhere else in the contiguous U.S. The darksky.org website will give you places where you can still see skies unpolluted with light. Light pollution was primarily identified as a problem by astronomers in the early 20th century, who noticed that excessive, misplaced, or poorly shielded artificial light was washing out the night sky and obstructing astronomical observations. While awareness grew in the 19th century, formal recognition and efforts to combat it began in the 1950s. In Flagstaff in the 1950s, the first action against light pollution was taken, leading to the world's first lighting ordinance in Coconino County, Arizona, in 1958 to protect observatory views. In the 1980s, the International Dark Sky Association, now Dark Sky International, was founded to combat the growing impact of artificial light on the night sky. Scientific recognition. Astronomers and ecologists identify that light escaping upward or sideways, particularly in urban areas, creates sky glow and disrupts nocturnal habitats. Research has shown that artificial light at night disrupts the circadian rhythm in humans and causes significant disorientation to wildlife, such as turtle hatchlings in Florida. It is now recognized as a global issue, with roughly 80% of the world's population living under sky glow, according to National Geographic. Light pollution doesn't negatively affect the human health, but also the plants and animals that live within the wide surrounding regions affected by artificial lighting. Light pollution can be understood not only as a phenomenon resulting from a specific source or kind of pollution, but also as a contributor to the wider collective impact of various sources of pollution. Although this type of pollution can exist throughout the day, its effects are magnified during the night with the contrast of the sky's darkness. It is estimated that 83% of the world's people live under light-polluted skies, and that 23% of the world's land area is affected by sky glow. The area affected by artificial illumination continues to increase. A major side effect of urbanization, light pollution is blamed for compromising health, disrupting ecosystems, and spoiling aesthetic environments. Studies show that urban areas are more at risk. Globally, it has increased by at least 49% from 1992 to 2017. Light pollution is caused by inefficient or unnecessary use of artificial light. Specific categories of light pollution include light trespass, over-illumination, glare, light clutter, and sky glow. A single offending light source often falls into more than one of these categories. Solutions to light pollution are often steps like adjusting light fixtures or using more appropriate light bulbs. Further remediation can be done with more efforts to educate the public in order to push legislative change. However, because it is a man-made phenomenon, addressing its impacts on humans and the environment has political, social, and economic considerations. Solutions to living with and reducing light pollution center on adopting responsible outdoor and indoor lighting practices that use light only when and where needed. These changes can be implemented at individual, community, and governmental levels and are often easily reversible. Now, here are some individual actions we can take. Turn off unnecessary lights. The simplest and most effective solution is to switch off lights when a room is empty or an outdoor area not in use. I don't know about you, but I do this instinctively anyway from growing up with my mom and dad constantly telling me how much the electric bill was. Use shielded fixtures. Install outdoor lights that are fully shielded and direct light downward to ensure illumination only when needed and prevent upward light spill or light trespass into neighbors' properties. I think this is a really good solution where if you want to be safe, you want to keep your property safe from trespassers, but you don't have to contribute to light pollution. This is a perfect example of doing it the proper way, or the best way, I think. Employ smart controls. Utilize timers, dimmers, and motion sensors so lights are only on at the necessary brightness and time. That's also a good solution. Choose warm tone lights. Opt for warm white or amber LED bulbs with a color temperature of 3000 Kelvin or lower, as blue-rich white light is more disruptive to human health and wildlife and contributes more to sky glow. Minimize indoor light escape. Close blinds, drapes, and curtains at night to keep interior light from spilling outwards. Use appropriate light intensity. Select bulbs with a minimum lumen output required for the task at hand, as brighter is not always better and can cause glare. Now, there are things that you can do as a community. You can talk to neighbors, businesses, and community leaders about the benefit of responsible lighting. You can engage with local chapters of Dark Sky International. You can promote and raise public awareness about light pollution. LEDs and compact fluorescents can help reduce energy use to protect environment, but only warm-colored bulbs should be used. Dimmers, motion sensors, and timers can help to reduce average illumination levels and save even more energy. Outdoor lighting fixtures that shield the light source to minimize glare and light trespass help prevent light pollution. An illustrated guide to acceptable versus unacceptable types of light features can be found on the website. Switching to LED lights allows for reduced illuminance without compromising visibility. Unnecessary indoor lighting, particularly in empty office buildings at night, should be turned off. And I never understood that anyway because it just wastes so much energy. I understand if they're in there cleaning the offices, that's fine, have the lights on, but do all of the lights in the office building have to be on? I never got that. Blue-rich white light sources are also known to increase glare and compromise human vision, especially in the aging eye. These lights create potential road safety problems for motorists and pedestrians alike. In natural settings, blue light at night has been shown to adversely affect wildlife behavior and reproduction. This particularly is true in cities which are often stopover points for migratory species. Now, there is a downside in taking dark skies too far in populated areas. The recent disappearance of Nancy Guthrie shows that dark skies can leave homeowners in dangerous situations. Guthrie, the mother of Today host Savannah Guthrie, lived in Catalina foothills area of Tucson, Arizona. This particular area is recognized for its rural, low light, and dark sky characteristics, often due to its position at the base of the Santa Catalina Mountains, which block urban light. Residents, and in some cases HOA guidelines, focus on preserving this environment for stargazing. There are strict rules about light after dark there. Outside lights cannot be left on after 10 p.m., and there are no street lights. This makes the area easier for break-ins and other crimes. It's extremely dark at night, and after this terrible crime, the neighborhood's weakness is highlighted. I understand the street lights can cause harm to dark skies, but there are good choices of streetlights that do not cause harm and might be a better choice. Public safety is as much of a concern as light pollution, and both should be taken into consideration when designing neighborhoods in the future.